and welcome to your Wednesday, August 28, 2024 edition of the Evening News. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for joining us. Let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. 300 locals to benefit as TT Guyana joint venture gets US $161 million contract for Linden-Soesdyke highway upgrade. I'll make sure the Berbice River Bridge is done. President Ali rebuffs criticisms on project. Shameless says NANDLALL as M&CC seeks to reduce PNC'S over 6.7 billion in taxes owed. Government LND-CH4 dispute. Arbitrators visit GTE project site. And works begin on US $35 million McKenzie-Wismar bridge. Now for the news in detail. The 73-kilometer stretch of the Linden-Soesdyke highway will be reconstructed over a period of 2 years, following the US $161 million contract signing ceremony today. Trishelle Sobers reports that the contract was awarded to a joint venture between Trinidadian and Guyanese companies.
A joint venture between Amalco Construction Services of Trinidad and Tobago and Guyanese firm Guy America Construction Incorporated has been awarded the contract to reconstruct the Linden-Soesdyke highway. The US $161 million contract signing ceremony for the reconstruction of the Linden-Soesdyke highway was hosted on Wednesday at the mighty Enchanter Creek and was attended by President Dr. Irfan Ali and other officials. Delivering remarks, the head of state emphasized that this new highway will boost economic productivity throughout the country. This, he explained, would expand the productive capacity of the country, boost land availability, and open up new areas for a multifaceted investment portfolio.
And when I say multifaceted investment portfolio, I'm not only speaking about the connectivity and the importance of this highway to the transformation of Linden as an important industrial hub that will support the mining community as an important machining and mechanical hub that will support the mining community, but also the link of this highway to the Sandhills Road that will open up all those lands for agriculture, for tourism, and also for housing development all the way to Bartica.
The upgrading of the Linden-Soesdyke highway involves the reconstruction of 2 lanes, 10 bridges, and 6 culverts with improved design, quality, and standards. It also includes ancillary works and road corridor improvements, providing essential public administration support and improved connectivity with communities, roadside, and other facilities. To ensure the project stays on track with little to no delays, the government has acquired the services of an international consultant, Abshik Engineering of Kuwait, to work in collaboration with CB and Associates Incorporated. The contract totals some US $1.7 million. Meanwhile, it was revealed that some 300 individuals from Linden will be employed by the contractor to work on the project.
The contractors are looking for 300 persons to be employed. The average salary for a driver monthly will be more than $200,000. We want the persons in Linden and on the Linden-Soesdyke highway to maximize this opportunity. Maximize this opportunity. This investment is part of a wider menu of investment that is aimed at the transformation of our country, the opening up of opportunities, the rebuilding and expansion of the economy, and the integration of different regions within our country. As you know, this highway is integral, not only for the connectivity between Region 4 and Region 10, but importantly, it is important because it is one of the main arteries that support the development in the hinterland communities and wider afield.
Last year, the People's Progressive Party civic government signed a US $200 million agreement with the Islamic Development Bank aimed specifically at financing the reconstruction of the Soesdyke-Linden Highway. Reporting for the Evening News from the mighty Enchanter Creek, I am Trishelle Sobers.
The People's Progressive Party civic government is steadfast with its plans to build a new 4-lane modern bridge across the Berbice River, with President Dr. Irfan Ali calling out the Alliance for Change for wanting to kill a project that would enhance the transportation network as well as improve trade in the country. Let's hear from Vanu Manikchand.
The Guyana government, through the Public Works Ministry, has already issued a request for pre-qualification for contractors to design, build, and finance a new modern bridge across the Berbice River. This will be a new high-span 4-lane structure that would replace the current floating 2-lane bridge that has been in operation since 2009. During a conversation with Ministers Zulfikar Mustafa and Unesh Waldrand, President Dr. Irfan Ali maintained that this new bridge will be built even in the face of criticisms by the Alliance for Change opposition party that has questioned the financial viability of the project.
It's not feasibility study that they want for Berbice Bridge. Again, just like they killed the hydro, today we would have had a hydro, clean energy, and the cost of energy would have been half of what it is today. They killed that.
But Chief, you know, generally, anything for Berbice, these people approve.
But listen, when we built the Berbice Bridge the first time, it was the same problem.
According to the head of state, any major investments that the PPPC government undertakes, the opposition tries to undermine them, even though these initiatives are geared towards enhancing lives.
We're doing the Wismar Bridge, the Berbice Bridge, the Demerara Bridge. We're looking now at bridging the Kwakwani River. We're looking at where the new bridge will go, the Quarantine River Bridge. All these are things we're doing to expand production, improve competitiveness. They have no plan, they have no vision, but every single idea they want to kill, but make sure the Berbice River Bridge will be done, and the commuters very shortly will be very happy with a series of announcements, a series of interventions we'll make to make it more competitive, less costly, more efficient, and we already said Berbice is going to be a major industrial area.
President Ali went on to assure that all regions across Guyana will see similar developments.
Inherently, these hypocrites can't help themselves. Anything developmental, they got to stop. Anything in certain region, they have to stop. They believe that any investment in this region is a political investment, and then they try to lie to the people. It really hurts that these people who are trying to reinvent themselves, they have no plan, they have no vision.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
Meanwhile, Vice President Dr. Bara Jagdeo also weighed in on the issue, calling out the Alliance for Change for being anti-Berbice and anti-development. During his weekly press conference today, Jagdeo also joined in defending the government's move to build a new 4-lane high-span bridge across the Berbice River to replace the current floating structure. According to the Vice President, government will ensure due diligence is carried out for the new bridge as was done for the current structure. Here's what he had to say.
It was always our intention to do a concrete structure to replace the floating structure. And then what sort of feasibility study do you really need when you have to connect 2 points across a river? We have to do it in any case if we want to develop Berbice, and we intend to develop Berbice too, like we're developing Region 4 and like we're developing every other Region 3 with a 4-lane bridge there, like we're doing in Linden now, building a 4-lane bridge across the river there in Linden. But they're anti-Berbice and anti-development. Also anti-Berbice and anti-development, and lies prolifically. We need a feasibility study. At that time, Patterson said we needed a concrete structure. Why are we going with a floating structure? So we did not have much money at that time. We were still trying to deal with the APNU debt. And we put together the first public-private partnership that has been a model, because the people of Berbice got the bridge and we didn't have to spend taxpayers' money on it. They got the bridge, and the rate that they charge on the toll is the same rate that they were paying. It's a little high, but it was the same rate they were paying to cross if you cross the ferry rate. But it saved thousands, tens of thousands of man hours and all the grief that people had to wait for the ferry. it was because of our thinking. The PP has always looked for solutions, even when we did not have money at that time. This feasibility study, they just don't want the Berbice Bridge to be built. They don't want the Berbice Bridge to be built. They don't want anything to happen anywhere. This was the feasibility study that we did for the Berbice Bridge. This is it. This was the feasibility study that we did. Look at it. This is what he did. We paid 1.1 million US for this. This is 160 something million dollars, just under 1 million. That's the difference in this is the feasibility study. This is the feasibility study that AFC did. Patterson did in the last government for the Demerara Harbor Bridge Corporation. That is for the new bridge across the Demerara River. So we paid $161 million for this. There's a couple pictures that they put in, which concluded that we should do a 3-lane bridge. They put in a lot of pictures here. And a 3-lane bridge that was coming into Georgetown that would have been open like this. So not a much improvement from the harbor bridge.
The Georgetown Mayor and City Council has passed an institutional rate policy seeking to exempt political parties from paying rates and taxes or reducing those sums. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs NANDLALL has since condemned the move, labeling it a shameless and vulgar act by the very group of politicians that is seeking to form the next government. Here's a look.
The Georgetown Mayor and City Council is led by the People's National Congress-led Partnership for National Unity. On Monday, the council passed an institutional rate policy which seeks to reduce the taxes owed by political parties. According to People's Progressive Party Civic Councillor Don Singh, this provision will only benefit the APNU, which owes millions in rates and taxes. During his weekly program, Issues in the News on Tuesday evening, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs NANDLALL criticized the council's move.
I have never seen I have not seen in recent times a more vulgar and shameless act. Obviously, APNU, AFC and PNC owe rates and taxes that they cannot afford to pay. And they get their acolytes at City Hall to move a motion to write off their indebtedness. And these people are seriously contesting to be the next government of this country. And these people are talking about accountability and transparency.
In fact, NANDLALL questioned the motive behind this move, reminding that City Hall always claims it is cash-strapped.
They can't discharge most of their responsibilities without a subvention from the government. This shameless and disgraceful bunch at City Hall would like to reduce rates and taxes for political parties.
According to NANDLALL, if any tax exemptions ought to be made, it should be directed to the less fortunate taxpayers.
Whole day they're talking about cost of living. Whole day they speak about cost of living. But they don't want to reduce rates and taxes for the very poor people whose cause they claim to champion.
Vice President Dr. Barjagdio has since revealed that the PNC's Congress Place alone owes some $6.7 billion in taxes. Coming up, Indigenous peoples will not be left out of government's rapid development agenda, says President Ali. And if we don't pay attention to safety, we will bury more people, says Hamilton. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Over 205,000 school-aged children benefit from a $45,000 Because We Care cash grant and uniform voucher. This initiative helps parents ensure their children have the tools needed for education. Oil and gas revenue makes up 29% of the 2024 budget.
Wayne Pressure Pumps out of the U.S. is the ideal solution for your water woes. At Sylvie's Variety Store, we bring you the top line of automatic pressure tank pumps ideal for building offices and residential homes. Just turn on the faucet and pressure at your fingertips. The Wayne collection includes pool pumps, well pumps, and utility submersible pumps. Parts and accessories available. Sylvie's Variety Store, bringing you the quality you deserve every time.
Transitions Light Intelligent Lenses. Pick your color. Choose your style. Available at Optique Vision Care.
Premier insurance coverage for less. Stay safe. For bid, performance, retention, advanced mobilisation or customs bonds, bond with us. Fuel your success. Call 223-0840 or visit premierinsurance.gy. Premier Insurance. Premier insurance coverage.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Addressing villagers of the North Pacaraimans, President Dr. Irfan Ali reassured that his government will continue to make the necessary investments to ensure indigenous peoples are provided equal opportunities to become the best versions of themselves. Here is the story.
President Dr. Irfan Ali on Tuesday traveled to the North Pacaraimans for the annual North Pacaraimans August Games. The games are currently underway in Kamana village, and President Ali was accompanied by Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa and Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce Onij Waron. There, he interacted with villagers and assured that indigenous people will not be left out of the government's development agenda.
The People's Progressive Party Civic is on a mission. And that mission is to bridge our country, to bridge every divide, to bring our people together, to build prosperity in every single community. And our Amerindian brothers and sisters, the indigenous people of this country, will not be left out of the development in our country.
On this point, the head of state reassured that the necessary investments will continue to be made to ensure indigenous peoples are provided equal opportunities as persons on the coastland.
We will continue to invest so that more of you can become doctors, medics, health professionals, teachers, sports administrators, whatever you want to be, we want to invest to ensure you can be that person. Over the next 3 months, we'll be working in all the villages in Region 8 so we can bring better internet facility for you so that we can reduce the cost of data and we can give you access to the facilities that others will access. These are the things that are critical. Today, for the first time in the history of our country, we have Amerindian brothers and sisters in unprecedented numbers who are becoming doctors, nurses, army officers, police officers, fire officers, prison officers. And why?
because under the People's Progressive Party civic government, we are now giving you the opportunity. We are investing in you. We are making these opportunities available to you, and we will continue to expand all of government programs to ensure that you are given a fair shot and that you are part of the development that is taking place in our country.
It was previously reported that the government is aggressively pursuing the completion of internet connectivity in 203 hinterland and riverine communities, thereby bridging the digital divide between the hinterland and the coast. The initiative is being carried out through the Office of the Prime Minister. Kelroy Williams, The Evening News.
The panel that had been selected to resolve the dispute between the Guyana government and the contractor for the gas-to-energy project, Linden-Soesdyke CH4 Guyana Inc., has conducted a visit at the facility's Wales West Bank Demerara site. More in this Vanu Manikchand report.
The Guyana government and its contractor for the model gas-to-energy project, Linden-Soesdyke CH4 Guyana Inc., are at loggerheads over the timelines of the project and associated costs. The joint venture formed by U.S.-based Linden-Soesdyke and CH4 was awarded the U.S. $759 million contract in November 2022 to build the 300-megawatt power plant and a natural gas liquids facility at Wales West Bank Demerara, key components of the gas-to-energy project. However, there was a 3-month delay in other components of the project that would affect the contractor's delivery of the power plant. While government has extended the deadline by 3 months, the contractor is not satisfied and wants more time. They are also making financial claims totaling US $50 million since the delay would cost the company, something which government has rejected, thus resulting in an arbitration process being activated. The government and the contractor have already agreed on the 3-member panel that will sit on the arbitration board to settle the matter. Vice President Dr. Bart Jagdeo told this newscast at a press conference on Wednesday that the panel recently conducted a visit to the gas-to-energy project site.
The gas-to-energy arbitration, the last report I had that the arbiters had or either had come for a site visit or will come for a site visit. So they have to do a site visit. I think they may have already come on the site visit. So I guess they have to see what has happened on the ground. That was the last report I got last week.
Even as efforts are being taken to resolve this dispute, the Guyana government has maintained that this issue would not impact the project and works continue on the ground. Only last week, Jagdeo reaffirmed government's commitment to this project, even if it means funding it from the local budget. But as Guyana awaits approval for a loan from the U.S. Exim Bank, the PBPC administration has already injected some U.S. $400 million, more than half of the project costs. Reporting for The Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
Works have commenced on the US $35 million McKenzie-Wismar Bridge, according to Minister of Public Works Juan Edgel. The new bridge will be a 4-lane structure aimed at enhancing connectivity and efficiency. It will have a maximum horizontal clearance of 32 meters and a vertical clearance of 11.5 meters. This landmark project is undertaken by China Railway Construction Corporation Limited. Minister Edgel provided an update on the project during an interview with the Evening News today. Here's a look.
So the work on the Wismar Bridge has begun. The geotechnicals, the campsite is in place. They have already started to do some relocation to allow for the work zone to be put in place. GRA and the other agencies that are in the vicinity, some of them we've had to engage them to get them out of the work area. There's a full team that is on, and the Wismar Bridge is moving. You see, a lot of times people believe work starts when they see a truck of concrete or 4 piles. But long before that, work is ongoing. With what is happening on the Linden-Lethem corridor, traffic is going to increase. Bigger trucks, more vehicles, day and night. So 4 lanes of bridge at McKenzie-Wismar is an absolute necessity. It's not a luxury, it's an absolute necessity.
Recognizing the various risks and hazards workers are exposed to within the construction sector, the Ministry of Labor, Occupational Safety and Health Department, in an effort to reduce workplace fatalities and injuries, hosted a seminar aimed at sensitizing stakeholders in the industry. Kelroy Williams attended the one-day seminar and filed this report.
A one-day seminar on safety and health in the construction sector was on Wednesday hosted by the Ministry of Labor, Occupational Safety and Health Department at the Regency Suites in Georgetown. During the opening ceremony, OSH consultant at the ministry Gwen King spoke about the growing dangers in the local construction sector.
The construction industry is certainly one of the more hazardous workplaces, but the vast majority of its associated risks can be avoided with the employment of proper safety and health measures. The accident statistics of the OSH department, and that's the Occupational Safety and Health Department, over the past 4 years is saying to us that the construction sector is in competition with the mining sector for the #1 spot where workplace fatalities are concerned.
Some 27 workplace fatalities have been recorded in the construction sector over the past 4 years, with 4 deaths being recorded for the year thus far. According to statistics from the ministry, last year, 20 workplace deaths were recorded, 9 having occurred in the mining sector, while 6 were recorded in the construction sector. According to Labour Minister Joseph Hamilton, employers need to start taking the issue of safety seriously.
The more roads we build, the more canals we will dig, the more infrastructure work we will do, the more bridges we will build. If we don't pay attention to safety, we will bury more people. Simple as that. And that's what this conversation is about today.
He nevertheless noted that citizens seem to have a better understanding of the importance of occupational health and safety.
We will receive anonymously photographs from citizens. At least citizens now paying attention to the matter. Before 4 years ago, they would have passed without taking that photograph.
Moreover, the minister encouraged his OSH department officers to also hold public organizations accountable for workplace safety.
We're the public sector, we're the private sector. And I would say this, importantly, I believe the public sector must lead the way, must become the examples that people would want to follow.
The seminar was hosted under the theme Investing in Prevention Pays. It saves lives and it saves money. Kelroy Williams, The Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
There is no scheduled retraction of the Demerara Harbour Bridge on Thursday, August 29, 2024. Meanwhile, the Berbice Bridge is scheduled to be closed to vehicular traffic at 13 hours 35 on Thursday, August 29, 2024 for a period of 1.5 hours.
Introducing Jumbo Jet Auto Sales, your exclusive dealer for XCMG and Cinetruck. Only 20% down payment on all HO-O Cinetrucks and 30% down payment on all XCMG with 6 to 24 months financing available. The only authorized dealer of XCMG and Cinetruck in Guyana. Various sizes in motor graders to excavators, compactors to skid steers, and wheel loaders. Not forgetting our amphibious. We have a wide selection of XCMG machinery to meet meet your needs. Explore our range of Cinetruck dumpers, including 8x4 twin steer, all-terrain 6x6, 6x4 models, and more. Plus, check out our cement mixers in 8x4 and 6x4 configurations. Drop by our various showrooms located at East Bank, Land of Canaan, Eccles, our head office in Georgetown, Ogle, and in Berbice, Chester, and Bushlot. Only 20% down payment on all HOO Cinetrucks and 30% down payment on all XCMG with 6 to 24 months financing available. Contact us on 225-8255, 232-0633, 233-3101, or 328-2802. Jumbo Jet Trucks and Auto.
Over 205,000 school-aged children benefit from a $45,000 Because We Care cash grant and uniform voucher. This initiative helps parents ensure their children have the tools needed for education. Oil and gas revenue makes up 29% of the 2024 budget.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
In today's tough driving conditions, every engine faces three powerful enemies: engine heat, pollutants, and frequent short trips. Each factor is a direct cause of engine sludge, a buildup of dirt that can block vital oilways. This triple threat demands triple protection. Castrol GTX's Triple Protect Power is engineered to fight these three main causes of engine sludge.